Guys, notable, we made slight mention of the CAF Awards on Tuesday night, but we didn't really get into them. Any notable stuff from the CAF Awards for you guys?
I think Jerry was cheated.
Yeah, look, for me, it's...
I think give him another season.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then we can officially say with our chest, I know he was cheated.
Big up to Mamelodi Sundowns again. I said last week that I've ran out of congratulations for Mamelodi Sundowns.
We all have.
I think we need to stock up again, you know?
Yeah.
And big up to Desiree Ellis, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think she really deserved it? Or like Ntohi is saying, maybe Jerry could have been the one to take this one?
Yeah, look, I think Jerry deserves it more in a sense that what he has done was unprecedented, you know, and what has Banyana done in that calendar, you know?
Yeah, because she won the award last year after the AFCON victory,
yes,
right?
you know.
Which was, I mean, I don't think anyone doubted that one.
Yes,
But
this one was
there's a bit more of an argument to be had.
Because the Champions League, who won it? It was Coach Jerry.
Yeah.
There wasn't an AFCON. And if
The World Cup...
in all fairness, the World Cup, then the Nigerian coach should have been given the...
That's what I mean, yeah. So, but then again, we don't know what goes in there, but what we can do as the results
It came
are out,
home.
we can just congratulate Coach Desri.
And she's done great work with the side.
She has done great work
anyway,
for Sundowns.
so
We cannot take that away from her.
Pesitao?
Oh, no, deserved. Definitely.
Well deserved, yeah.
I think 5 goals, 5 assists in the Champions League. On Al Ahly's way to win it. Percy, definitely. Star, standout. That one we cannot deny.
Yeah. It seems as though all the other categories that we had discussed the previous week, we were on the ball because, I mean, the Morocco coach obviously won for Coach of the Year. Footballer for men, Victor obviously winning that one, playing for Napoli and also for the Nigerian national team. So that one was also CAF Team of the Year. You mentioned it, Len Moleko. You were like, but the best African team of the continent, of the century, Al Ahly winning that one. And I mean, CAF Team of the Year, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, once again, congratulations to them.
Standard.
Yeah.
Did you realize that Nigeria, for the first time in a long time, actually had the best male player and the best female player coming from that country?
Yeah. So they're doing something right.
Nigeria has a huge population and a lot of people to pick from.
But how do you? But them having the ability to nurture this talent and make them, to be great people, that should be something we applaud.
And Nigeria is a football country.
No, they are.
Nigeria is a football country, and I think you see it with most countries in the world. Is that when there's a country with a small population that performs really well in football in particular, they get massive commendations because it's difficult. Countries with smaller populations find it more difficult. And I think that it's one of the factors. But Nigeria's done it for years. I think Nigeria is a great football country. I don't think we should be surprised when they've got top talent.
They actually have more supporters of certain English clubs on the African continent than any other country. So the majority of Chelsea fans on the continent are in Nigeria. Arsenal are in Nigeria. In fact, I think Arsenal has more supporters in Nigeria than any other country on the continent.
And also, I mean, Nigeria population is very high.
Like I know. Yes.
I was actually even going to mention, like, Arsenal is so popular in Nigeria. Even, what's his name? The cement guy, man.
The billionaire.
Yes.
He wants to buy Arsenal still to this day.
To this day, he still wants to buye Arsenal. Yes.
He owns cement and oil and all sorts of things.
He's like the richest person on the continent. Dangote, there we go.
And Danda saying, last night I was so pleased that Bitsa Mosimane confirmed that Sundowns almost signed Vini Jr., but Madrid beat them to it live on TV. So it was a real thing.
Yeah.
He even said with Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz as well. No, Pizzo used to shop in South. I think he's the one who brought that model for Sundowns of sending scout in South America. Yeah. Still on Kev, I think we need to big shout out to Andile Dlamini, Bambana Nimbane, Linda Matlo, Levo Ramlepe, Refilo Jane, and Linda Matlo for making KEF Women's Best 11 for 2023.
Yes, well done.
That is big representation for South Africa.
That's massive.
I have an issue.
We've
rant.
No, this is not a rant. It's an issue.
Can we go to Morocco Swallows versus SuperSport United, or we got
It's
to do this
it's
first?
still no. Yeah. So that's a score update. Pesitao becomes the player or the interclub player of the year for KEF, but he doesn't make the all-star team. How?
Yeah, we need to get... You see that empty chair there? We need to get a CAF representative to explain that to us.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it does not make sense.
Make it make sense. Yeah.
And then you're gonna put, what did Sadio Mane do in this past year?
Nothing. Not even this past year. Oh, well, the season where he was at Bayern, he didn't even do much.
What did he do? We can even go to Mo Salah. What did he do?
But that's what I'm saying. Remember, we had this conversation last week.
No, Mo Salah, come on.
No. They bring
He's got a couple of useless goals, but
Yeah, no, I think for a branding perspective, that's why they want to have these people there. But in reality,
it looks like these awards are designed to massage certain a certain FAs. You know what I'm saying?
In general,
let's work together.
Unpopular opinion. Generally, awards, football or otherwise, are a popularity contest and not awards being given on kind of what's the thing that you do and you deserve something that you get. Merit. Yeah, there we go.
Ask Lionel Messi.
Yeah, he knows about it.
Okay, so PSL fixtures in the league, of course, more fixtures. PSL fixtures in the PSL league, in the league, because there's other fixture that we're going to get to in South African club football. Thank you for making me make that clear. Obviously, Swallows vs SuperSport United currently at 0-0 still in the first half.
Yes.
And then Sunday, Golden Arrows versus Orlando Pirates. Super Sub, I'll let you start with that one.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's Golden Arrows. Come. I mean, those who know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I'll go for Orlando Pirates win.
Standard, this thing. Should the league be playing?
Yeah, man, and Golden Arrows, by the way, have had a really tough time. Last five encounters have been walloped non-stop, and they have been getting it back front, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't see them coming out victorious. Orlando Pirates haven't now started kind of redeeming themselves, one draw in the last 5 encounters. So, I look at Orlando Pirates taking this one.
Okay, and then the other big fixture is the Carling knockout final.
Yeah, no.
I think that should be the last fixture of the calendar year.
Who's gonna come and watch?
No, wait, listen. Here's
logically. But that now undoes the whole thing because the winner of this plays in the Carling Cup.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna have the players that we would want to see or we're gonna vote for because
of the World Cup.
They're gonna be
AFCON.
They're gonna be going to AFCON. What I'm saying is, I think after the Carling Cup on Saturday, the DStv Premiership should go on a break. And then that week, which is the week starting 18 December to the 26th, give players a break. 26th December, players go into camp for AFCON. The ones that by then, I think by 26th December, Hugo would have announced his final 23 because
I think he's announcing on the 29th.
Yeah, because he's already announced his preliminary squad.
Yeah.
Right. So
when is the kickoff for AFCON then?
I think our first game is on Bafana's first game is on the 16th. I think AFCON starts on the 13th of Jan.
Yeah. So you are saying now that the players are going to be pressed.
The last game is on the 31st of December. Cape Town City is playing. There are Cape Town City players who are likely going to be in the national team. So when do they go on camp the following day? When did they rest? When did they? Do you get what I mean? It's like players are being used like robots now. It's like
yeah, I agree with you, and the whole thing boils down to our setup with AFCON, which is obviously I think now we reverted back to playing it January because there's a Euro. You know, usually AFCON was moved because of this problem. There's no time. Also in January. The issue that you mentioned earlier that English team don't want to release their players and so playing it in January, I don't think it's ideal for AFCON and for the brand AFCON because you are playing a continental showpiece while there's other leagues in the world that are playing. So the attention is sort of divided. You're not going to get the numbers that you would have hoped for.
Which is the whole reason why you're not playing it during the Euros anyways, just for the attention, right? You don't want to clash.
That's what I mean.
So you might as well have it at the same time as the Euros.
You might as well. You know, I think it's playing it January, they're cutting it too thin.
Okay, back to the Carling knockout final. Stellies versus TS Galaxy.
I think Stellies is going to win.
I see TS taking it.
I think TS is gonna. I'm with Tepi there. I think TS. They've tested it before. Well, not this cup, but I mean, it will be their second trophy, and I think Tim Sugazi will throw everything that he has on his players to at least bring it home.
But
Steve Barker knows.
He knows how to hold his own as well.
But I mean, also my thing is, the first match, Carling Cup, TS played Mamelodi Sundowns, and the overall performance they were stellar. So I'm basing it on that solely.
But they had just come back from playing that.
Who cares?
Looks alike.
Yeah, they had just come
Who
back from
cares?
Excuses. Yeah. Mara, I see TS coming out victorious with this one.
I think Stellies.
By the way, what's the status of
Upaka?
What's his status on his
He's
recovery?
still injured.
He's still in recovery. It should be, I think, last update that I saw, I think he said the doctors predicts that around February he should be out of
training with the ball.
Slight training,
Okay, good for him.
Yeah.
Back on a pitch like Kevin De Bruyne is now currently. That'll be a big lift for City, by the way.
Interesting. We're speaking about what's his face, Mason Greenwood now. Interesting question from Mpoza asking what is Marco, well, I suppose our general take on the Lorch situation, superimposing it to the Mason Greenwood situation.
Tepi touched on it,
Yeah, a bit, but I mean, it was in passing.
Yeah. So he was found guilty. He was fined.
He was suspended for 3 weeks and then he's back.
He was suspended for 3 weeks. So the court of law found that with the evidence presented, the judgment it's suitable for the crime he committed, right?
5-year suspended sentence.
Yes,
100,000
So
fine.
what more can you do? Do you now throw the guy into the streets and say you cannot do what you know?
Yeah, let
as
me
a professional?
clarify. And I think the question came to me directly because of what I said about Greenwood very specifically.
Oh, okay.
I think that it's a different circumstance for Lorch than Greenwood because Greenwood's ability to earn income never changed. So when I say that he shouldn't play for Manchester United again, his options are elsewhere, right?
Okay.
But for Lorch, being a South African player playing in South African League, I think you're taking away a person's ability to earn an income at all. And I don't believe in that because when the courts have made their ruling, etc., I don't believe in cancel culture taking away your ability to work ever again because I don't think that helps people. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're not going to prison, you must be able to work and earn an income. Yeah. In the same way that anyone in any normal job goes through their own disciplinary actions, etc. I don't think you should ever, unless you're found guilty of a crime that ends up putting you in prison, etc., that takes away your freedoms to live. How can you put someone in the streets and say you can't work in your profession anymore?
So if I punch Super Sub now, I'm still allowed to come back next week.
No, because you've got other work.
you might get fired, and if I open a case against you, whatever
that doesn't mean that
comes,
your work at SABC is going to be taken away. Is that what you're saying?
You know what I'm saying?
By the way, the Iron Duke, 2 people, Mpo as well as Perseverance, saying that Iron Duke, which is Mr. Irvin Koza, has pulled strings on Lorch's behalf.
None does.
Well, it's all speculation, guys, and I honestly believe the guy has served he has served his time on suspension, and also with the court saying that a suspended sentence is suitable enough for the crime that he committed. I'm sure there are other elements to it, like programs to rehabilitate him.
Yes, and that's what Lando Parra said in the statement, that he has been following all these instructions and he's been taking classes and the like. So probably anger management or whatever the case.
So he has gone through the roles, and I agree with Marco. Cancel culture can be very, very, very dangerous if it's not managed well. I don't think it's fair to just cancel the guy after he has been fined, he has been put on the side, he's going through all these programs. Not to condone what he has done, but I think he has served what he has served this time.
The process has been duly.
The process has been.
Emmanuel saying, but with Mason's situation, they withdrew the charges. Okay, and Debocho saying double standards from Marco. Let's be honest.
Are you fair? It is maybe a double standard.
Wait, now can I ask a question? This is controversial again. Might also get me into trouble. It's fine. You guys will fire me and suspend me.
Dig your hole. It's been a while since you went under.
Suspend me for 2 weeks. It's okay. I'll come back in the new year.
That is hilarious.
Are you telling me that what Kune did is more of a punishable crime than what Lorch did?
Lorch beat someone, bro.
No, there's a reason why I'm asking that. If we look at the punishment,
Who got punished more?
yes,
But who got punished more? I'm asking your
You're
question.
saying Kune got punished more.
Lorch has only been out for like 2 weeks. Kune is still suspended.
But did Kune have? What is
we
the
don't
response
know.
from Kaizer Chiefs? Did he have to pay a fine? Did
They just said they are dealing with it internally. Now I'm just asking.
He's going through the rehabilitation.
So he's in
programs.
rehab.
He's sort of it's okay. Let me put it this way: in a professional manner, he's going through counseling right now.
Lorch also went through counseling.
Yes, he did.
And he's still currently going.
Does it not depend on from team to team and how they deal with issues?
Yeah, structures are different in teams. And also
But
remember,
with certain-
Kune's matter.
but with certain things-
Kune's matter was not in court.
What was his matter?
That matter, it was not in
matter.
court.
Well,
I was just asking.
No,
It
no,
seems
I
like
think it's two different. I think it's two different incidents, and to compare the two, I think it's a little bit unfair.
like apples and androids.
It's not the same.
Okay.
Apples and Androids.
wow.
On that bombshell, let's start closing off the show. Len Moleko, your favorite moment from 2023 on Onside ZA?
I think all the picks that I got wrong, guys. I don't do it on purpose. I'm just useless at these things. But my favorite moment on Onside ZA was the first episode we did with this little one.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
That was good.
Oh, you guys, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Super sub.
Thank you.
Yeah, same, eh?
Oh.
She brought light in this team, and
Oh, stop,
it was super cool to have her.
Yeah, I'm even crying on her.
No,
And-
stop.
Tsepi, your moment
And
for
also,
2023?
no, I'm not done.
Oh,
Hey.
Hold on.
yeah.
You know when
That was spoken like a captain.
El
I'm not that.
Capitane.
you know
El Capitano.
you know
The skipper.
when we started, it was just me and Len, and MacG, obviously. And
Meg dropped us.
to see the show evolving in a manner in which it did, it's so beautiful to see. And having Marco as well, it was one of my highlights.
Yeah.
I think we make a great team, and yeah, I think having you guys here as a team, as team members, I think it was one of my highlights as well. It really freshened up the show as well.
And also big ups to the likes of Josta coming through.
Oh, yes.
Lennox Wasara coming
Linux
through.
Wasara, our first guest in this show.
Yes.
Edmond coming through as
Edmond
well.
coming through. Big ups to him.
Yeah.
Guys,
who
we
else
did
came
an
to visit us?
international interview, remember?
Oh yes, we spoke to
Fabrice Mouan.
We did
Fabrice
Fabrice,
Mwamba
joining
guys.
us. Coach Gavin Hunt.
Oh, man.
So many highlights.
So many highlights.
And then we have Lucas coming.
You know,
Yo.
and we go into
And
the
most
dairy.
importantly,
The dairy.
and most importantly,
The
Betway coming on
Oh,
board.
Betway,
Oh.
yes, man.
Yeah,
Big,
Betway.
big ups
Big ups
to
to
Betway.
Betway.
Big ups to Betway.
Guys, my highlight.
Oh, and we also had Harvey. We forgot to mention.
Harvey.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes, that was a dope episode.
I
Love that
think,
episode.
guys, also, obviously the ballers would not
this
see
our
this,
Christmas
but
part?
what happened there?
This is our Christmas.
But I
part.
think this, what we do behind the scenes, just us hanging out, just how we are in our natural setting is also nice. We have really, really grown so much.
Yeah, no,
the amount of
definitely.
synergy we have now is crazy.
crazy.
And also, I think our Christmas party, Moleko, was at the Betway horses.
Summer Cup.
That
Summer
was-
Cup.
The one that I missed.
That was epic. So,
Yeah.
man, I love you guys so much. And yes, next year's going to be crazy. It's
Yeah,
going
and
to
I'm
be a
looking
lot.
forward to
Most
next year.
importantly, we wouldn't be Onside ZA brought to you by Betway, Getway More if it wasn't for our ballers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
most important part.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was going to allude to that. Tsepi,
Bompoza.
what's your highlight for 2023 with Onside ZA?
My highlights, Gavin was dope. I think that interview really touched a lot of people, and just how we were able to help him kind of change the narrative, or create his own narrative of what was happening at different teams, kind of choose and the like. So I enjoyed
Controversy
that.
included.
Precisely, a lot of it.
No filters, Gavin Hunt.
Yeah, I like that. But more than anything, guys, my first show here, I was so scared. But you guys made me feel so comfortable, and then I came back the next week, and then the rest is history. So I love you guys so much, and I always say this. The thing about me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, she's not shy to tell you how much she loves you.
I love you. Yeah.
Looking at Super Sub for an hour, I'd also be scared.
Ooh, But yeah, man, it's love. I love you guys so much. Like,
Yeah,
you guys
no.
have made this such a home for me.
And for you, Marco,
Before I
Yes,
get to
Marco.
my highlight, just a couple comments here. A lot of comments saying that Len must give back the money that everyone's lost placing bets money.
That's if he's got
Talisa.
any money.
Paul saying Hunt was his favorite moment. A few comments here saying that you love us. We love you, ballers, too.
love you.
Absolutely. I think my highlights, and again, I have several highlights. Gavin Hunt was a great highlight, joining as a guest for the first time on the show when Mac couldn't make it.
were the
When
voice
I
in
was
the
first
background.
behind the scenes, just walking up to the
Open the
window
door.
here and opening the door and speaking
Sharing the
to
mic
Super
with
Sub.
me.
Yes.
Sharing the mic with Super Sub. That was great. So loads of great moments. Obviously, Tepi coming on board and then Betway and allowing us to bring up and elevate the show to the level that we
Yeah.
have. We have to thank Betway for
Definitely.
that and their contribution to the show. And ballers, meeting ballers out in places. Doing our watch along at Disofeng was a highlight.
Oh,
you
I
know.
went to the
was
Soweto
dope.
Derby, yo.
Yeah, so it's a derby. I
yes.
mean, all of those moments. But I think my highlights of the year is something that ballers are still yet to see. And it is my interview with Lucas Radebe coming to you this coming Friday, the 22nd of December. So be sure to absolutely tune into that one. I can't stress enough, and I can't give away too much, but I can't stress enough how powerful that conversation was. Nicest guy in football. He's the lessons you learn about discipline and what it takes, and the insight into the behind the scenes of playing football in the UK at that stage and at that level was immense. So I think that's really the standout highlight. So it is still yet to come. I love talking to Gavin Hunt and his straightforwardness, and it's just been a terrific time. So thank you to you, the ballers. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to Shots behind the scene who you don't get enough credit for. Thank you. So yeah, and thank you to the entire team. Thank you to MacG. Thank you to the Podcast Central Network, Bala, the amount of work you put into the show as well. It's made 2023 great, and there's more to come in 2024.
Oh yeah, we have a lot coming in
2023,
2024, by the way. Yo.
2023 also, the year we're gonna end it with another cool interview that we had.
Yeah.
That's what I was speaking about.
Yeah.
The
There,
dairy.
yes. Following the Lucas Khatebe interview, the following Friday, which is the 29th, if I'm not
29th.
mistaken, yes, we will be joined by none other than former Orlando Pirates, former Mamelodi Sundowns,
For my swallows.
former Moroka Swallows, and former Ajax, Lebogang
Cheese,
Cheese
boy.
boy.
Crazy interview, that one as well. The stories that he told.
Oh, thanks, guys. You guys, can I just say, people are just like, Gabi starts saying keeping Sepi was the best decision. And Lanta saying Sepi coming on board was a highlight for us. She's such a delight to watch. I love you guys so much.
Yeah, and also, before we go,
Yes.
if you want to see Super Sub, I'm going to be at the Phillies game. So,
Coffee.
yeah, I'm going to be at the
Yeah,
Phillies
boa
games in
coffee.
Tembisa.
Just look for somebody who's scary. That's
Wow, man.
You know, most of these ballers think they know who you are already.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Right?
Well, there are those who kind of, when you come to our watch-alongs, the live ones that we do, like we did at Disofeng, you kind of get to see who Super Sub is. He won't take a picture with you because, like, he's...
Of course.
He's Super Sub.
Yeah.
Of course.
Being famous but not being known kind
It's
of
so
thing.
nice.
Like, you're like a secret.
She's like, see ya.
So I'll catch you at the Phillies games. Yeah, no, it's going to be dope.
Actually,
by
just
the
before
way-
we get out,
Yes, friend.
what do you make of these? I actually wanted to ask earlier on in the show. What do you make of these December games where people dance over the ball and what?
The showboating.
The Phillies games.
Is that what happens there?
There's MacG games as
Yeah,
well
yeah.
that happen.
I love them. I mean, South African football is about flair, and there's no better way in doing it in a Kasi style, And look, obviously, there's also money at stake, but it's more of entertainment. That's why it pulls the numbers that it does. I'm for that, especially in those kind of games.
So in essence, the games are cool, but they are cool for entertainment. You shouldn't be there doing what you do and think that you are going to be a professional?
You can be. There are players that played in Phillies games and became professionals. You know what I'm saying is, if there is a place for that,
It's there.
it's there.
Yeah. Not in a PSL match.
Not
like-
in a PSL match.
Oh, it's like playing five-a-side or indoor.
We've spoken about this before.
Yeah.
We've spoken about
Yeah.
this when you
and
when
that's
you, when,
the place for it. I agree.
yeah,
completely.
when you get elevated to a professional level, if it's flair, it has to be flair with purpose.
Yeah.
And we've touched on that.
Yeah.
But for Kasi tournament, that's where you need to get all the ishibobos.
Embo, what do we call it? Embo, the
Embo
dust.
20.
That one.
Eh, lap.
Yeah, no, it's
I
it's
wanted
for
to
that.
say it, but my tongue got hung at the back there.
Nah, I'll be there. I'll be watching
Well,
those games.
it's been lovely, ballers. We love you so much. And it's December, so get yourself some pictureless punch, or get yourself some striped horse, or some grandeur, or whatever. What else?
But
I
remember,
don't
the
know.
Premier League is still on, and you can get way more with Betway. Crazy time games every week. So you can make yourself some good money for stationery come January.
That's
And
all?
we'll see you when, Marco? 5th of January?
5th of January, we'll be back live
Live.
with you. And I want to finish off with the last comment of the year that I'm going to read out. Mpoza saying, we saw a bit of super sub earlier handling Lena striped horse in his red bucket hat. But from all of us, we love you, ballers. Thank you so much for joining us. Len Moleko, Tsepi Worldwide, Super Sub.
Tango,
Thank
love
you.
you, ballers.
Thank you, Shots Behind the Scene. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, ballers. And we are out. Remember to stay onside, not offside, onside with us and Betway, where you get way
Way
more.
more.
Danko.
Yes,
Means thank you.
and drive safe. Look after yourself because we still want to be with you next year.
Definitely.
We still want to do more shows, have more fun, do more watch-alongs and everything. But just stay safe. Make sure you drive safe. When you're tired, just rest.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive.
We want you
have
back in
fun
January.
responsibly because we love you, man.
Peace.
Danko.
Danko. I think it was a dope show. I loved it.
Oh, it's so nostalgic.